We do have assessments, which are not everyone's favourite thing, but it's how we have to test that you're learning the things that we're hoping to teach you and that you're getting the knowledge in the way that you're meant to be doing. We do have a wide variety of assessments, so there are essays, but in the first year, whenever there is an essay, you'll always have the opportunity to submit an essay plan and get some feedback in the kind of developmental stages to make sure you're on the right lines. We also have other types of assessments, so things like briefing paper, so summarising information for different audiences, or reflective portfolios, where we ask you to carry out a specific task and then reflect on how well you did it. And some of these might be more aligned to things like employability as well. So rather than just, reflect on an aspect of theory, we might say, write your CV. How did you feel doing that? And it builds up those more practical skills as well as the academic knowledge alongside it. You will probably all be very pleased to hear that there are no exams in year 1 of the course. However, we do have some knowledge tests. These are multiple choice quizzes that happen throughout modules just to check your progress. And even with those and with all of the assignments, you get lots of help and support and preparation for them. All of our assignments are marked anonymously, so it's absolutely fair. We're very proud of how fair we keep our processes and how we ensure that students, they get the marks that they deserve. And every student receives feedback on all of their assignments. You receive multiple types of feedback as well. So you won't just get a mark, you will get a mark, it will be out of 100, it will be percentage, you'll get that, but as well, you will get written feedback, which will include positive aspects, so showing you exactly what you're doing well, developmental areas, so maybe where you can work on in future, and then some general comments. In addition to that, you also get a rubric score. So we have a rubric, which, if you're not familiar with it, it's been essentially a grid which has the different criteria of what we're looking for in student work. So whether that's knowledge of the subject, writing style, use of sources and references, and you get a score out of 5 on each of those criteria. So you can see, maybe I understood the topic really well, however, my referencing wasn't quite up to scratch this time, so that's something to work on in future. We find that this approach to giving students feedback, it allows you to see really clearly where you can develop, where you can improve, and as well, what you're doing well, what your strengths are, which builds up a lot of confidence in our students, which is great. In addition to that, you can also have a one-to-one discussion with the person who marked your work to get either clarification on some of the comments and the feedback, or to come up with a plan of how to develop a particular area. As well, every student has a personal tutor whom they can access, and this includes things like developing learning plans for acting on feedback. Personal tutors I'll talk about in a bit more detail shortly, but that is kind of one of the parts of their role. So if you are potentially hesitant about some of the academic expectations, please do know that in our assessments, we make sure that students are well prepared, well supported, and there are lots of mechanisms for you to develop as you progress through the course.